tell her she needs to ride with you to LA to get the rest of your stuff, because we already had planned on going back. He told me at first he wasn't helping me get the rest of my stuff because he didn't want me to bring nothing. So I had already booked a pickup truck myself. I was gonna go get my pick. I was gonna go back myself, got by myself. So he's like, tell your sister she need to go with you to LA. So I go upstairs, and she was all sad, and you could tell she had been crying all night. And like I said, not to embarrass her, that's when she got that big ass blister on her lip overnight. Huge. From stress. And that's exactly what makes that type of shit happen. The cold sores pop up when you stress the fuck out. So she said she wasn't gonna go with me back to LA because she was still planning to leave on Monday. This was Saturday. She was still going to leave on Monday, and she wanted to spend as much time as she could with the dogs before she had to go. So I went back downstairs and told him that she said she's not going because she wants to spend time with the dogs before she leaves. He's like, what? I said, she said she's leaving on Monday still. And he went upstairs and started throwing her shit and pulled the suitcase out the closet, talking about if you're going to leave on Monday, you could get the fuck out right now. Because she said that her mom couldn't find a flight while she was at the airport. I don't think she ever went to the airport. Looking back, I don't think she ever went to the airport at all. I don't think that she even tried to get a flight. I don't believe it at all. And she's like, I don't want to leave. She's crying, like telling him she's sorry and all of this or whatever. So I'm just like, okay. And at this point, I don't want to leave Armani there by herself. So we drove to LA, and he was like, Armani, you drive for the first 2 hours. And oh no, Yetta, you drive for the first 2 hours, and Armani, you get your hours in. And Yetta, you drive for the second 2 hours, and Armani driving, you go live or whatever. So when we get gone from the house, Armani's like, I don't want to go live. Clearly, she don't want to go live. She got this big ass fucking herpes on her lip. And she was like, so you just go live, I'll drive. And I was like, but that's not what TK said. And she's like, I don't care. I don't want to go live. So of course that's what we did. And then he's calling our phones, made us pull over and switch seats. He was like, that's what the fuck I told y'all to do. Armani, you supposed to be getting your hours in or whatever. So she got on live with that mask. This is COVID time, but she put that mask on and did her 2 hours in my passenger seat. And everybody was like, why you got your mask on in the car? She was like, because I've been eating French onion pretzels, and I don't want to put Yetta through that bad breath or whatever. Remember? He didn't care if she was embarrassed. He didn't care. So it's fucked up. Then we got to LA. We're going through all my stuff, and me and Armani are bonding like a motherfucker. Like me and Armani, I feel like we got along great. I fucking loved her. And going through my memories and all that, packing my stuff. And then we packed the fuck out of that Malibu, bro. And then on the way home, I had a piggy bank. We went to Ralph's, the grocery store. I put my shit in the Coinstar, and I had like $44 or something. So I was like, here, you take half, I'll take half. She was like, no. She would not take that $20. I said, well, I'm keeping it, and I'm not giving it to him. The fuck? Like, she didn't even want to keep the $20. So when the credit cards came in the mail, she refused to hold the credit cards. They had each gotten credit cards, Southwest and Amazon Prime, with their names on it. They were literally added to my account. She refused to hold it. He got mad at her saying, why you don't think you could be responsible? You need to take this fucking credit card. And she was like, I will not hold on to that. Nope. And I feel like Armani knew I was about to get fucked, but she had too much of a heart to do that. She didn't want to be responsible for that part right there. Like, nope, I'm not running up this bitch credit cards. No, ma'am. No, sir. So at least she didn't do that, but she knows what it is that they do. She knows the scheme. So what happened with these two was game pimping. And now he's trying to present himself as something else, but he's still doing the same shit. It's just no sex work involved. He's still taking women's money. He makes it seem like it's for us, but he's really gonna just do whatever he wants with it. He don't give a fuck about you. He didn't even pay my credit card bills, and I'm trying to explain how to actually get shit raised up. Like, this is how you build your own credit. But I guess he just a CPN head ass nigga. He not finna ever go nowhere, bro. So I literally came in there not on no cloud chasing. I'm really legit poly even to this day, even though I'm in a monogamous relationship right now. That doesn't change the fact that I'm poly. It's a belief that you can love more than one person. that more than one person can be in a relationship, that you don't own anyone. I don't possess people. Nobody can possess me. So that's what polyamory is about. Working together, not being for self, and not having control over anybody else. Like, people should be able to be happy. Anyways, it took me about 5 weeks to get the fuck up out of there. I lived there for 5 weeks. I could tell that things were not changing. Like I touched on earlier, when he left the house for like 8 days, I was already looking at apartments and shit. I was already like, my mind was made up. 10 days in was the shake to the face, by the way. No, TKO never laid his hands on me, but he did throw a shake in my face. I don't have the video, y'all. You know how
In
this
the
was over.
car, correct? I remember that. Right?
So the
Wasn't
shake
it in the
story,
car?
yes.
Okay.
When I moved to Vegas, I was so excited. Coming from LA, it never gets hot enough to really go swimming. So I was so happy to live in Vegas finally, even though these niggas didn't even have a pool. The house was so fucked up. Anyway, I wanted to go swimming so bad. So my friend from college came to town for a bachelor party, and he was with other like 8 other dudes, and a lot of them came from my school. So these are like homies from the back, like way back in the day, frat boys. And if y'all don't know, I'm Sigma Gamma Rho, historically black sorority. These was Kappas. So I was like, hey, Dayron's in town. I already told him who that was. He's the one who nicknamed me Yetta. He's the one who put me on hiphoppoetry.com back in 2004. And that's when I became Yetta Brown and started making beats and diss tracks and all that. Anyway, he came to town and he invited us because he already knew that I was in a relationship with TKO and Armani. And he was like, hey, we're going to be at the Mandalay Bay. Like, y'all come kick it. I want to see you. Like, bring your couple or whatever, your throuple, whatever. So on Friday night, Brandon Keys was in town. And y'all remember Ashley, the white girl from Alabama, the one who got a baby with Eddie Curry. I'm not Eddie Curry, Eddie Winslow, Darius McCurry. Okay, so Brandon was in town. He was fucking with her. So she had a suite at the Cosmo that her homeboy, some boxer, owns, and she's a real estate agent and shit. So it's like she sold it to him. So he wasn't in town, and we went over there. And Brandon was in town, so we went over there and we went live. Y'all remember that? And we took that picture of me, Armani, TKO, and Brandon. And TKO taught Brandon how to tie that dumbass sheet around his head.
I remember.
So that night they had invited us to come over to the hotel where they were at and come kick it, but we never made it because we got fucked up in that hotel room. So the next day was Saturday. We was all drunk. Me, Armani, and TKO didn't feel like getting up. We had already made all of these plans. We was gonna go to the gym and shit. We didn't do shit all day Saturday. We was just lazy bones. Then Sunday comes along and we got to go to the gym today. We didn't go yesterday. We got to go today. So we went to the gym. And then after the gym, Dayron, the guy from college, was texting me talking about, hey, we got a cabana at the Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay is my favorite pool. It's like a beach, like the slant goes in on the pool and you could just lay in the water and still breathe and be tanning at the same time because it gradually goes down. I fucking love that pool. So we go to get our protein shakes from the Protein House. I think that's what it's called. And he went inside to go get them. And I was just like texting Dayron, like, okay, I'm gonna ask. And when TKO got in the car, I was like, hey, Ron and them got a cabana. I want to go swimming. You know, I've been wanting to go swimming. And he was like, no, because it's going to take me too long to get ready. And I said, what you mean get ready? All we got to do is take a shower and put our swimsuits on. And he said, stop fucking asking me. I said, no, we not finna go. I said what I said. Maybe we can meet up with them later and maybe not. I don't want to hear shit else about it. So I'm in the passenger seat like, mad, huffing and puffing, pout, right? And if y'all remember, me and Armani attempted to put together a dresser that I bought from Target like weeks before that. So when I realized we weren't going to get to go, I said, well, fine. Then can at least you help me put together the rest of that dresser? He said, I don't know why you bought that ugly ass dresser in the first place. That shit ugly as a motherfucker. And I'll push it together. I pay people to do stuff like that. And I said, well, it's a man's job. 20-ounce shake to the face. I'm in the passenger seat. This nigga is right here. He threw that with all his might at my face. And the whole thing exploded and people still laughing out. It was like a huge joke when I told y'all the first time. Motherfuckers act like this shit is fucking funny. Like this shit is
That's
cute.
not funny. That's degrading. That's not funny. That is not.
And the worst part about it is we were literally right outside the house. We were about to pull into the driveway. And he did this. And I'm like, I could not fucking believe that this shit just happened. And it was everywhere, all over me. The lid from the cup cut my fucking lip. And I got out of the car, and Armani did too. She was in the back. And then he just peeled off down the street. There's speed bumps on that street. He busts a U-turn and then start gunning at me and Armani in the middle of the street, like he was about to run us over. So we both ran into the driveway, and then he left the car in the middle of the street, opened up the door, didn't even close the door, and starts coming at me like a fucking bull. And I kept backpedaling, and I had my, I stayed with my motherfucking water bottle, and he was trying to snatch my water bottle out of my hand, and I don't know what he was gonna do with it. So I held on to my water bottle, and I'm just backing away from him. And finally, he went in the house, and I got back in the car because I didn't want to go in the house with him. I took a video. Y'all, if those who were here, y'all remember the video of me, like, this is what he does. Like, I'm showing my face covered in fucking chocolate and the whole ceiling and the whole side of the fucking car. So eventually I went in the house. I quietly went to my bathroom in the hallway and took a shower and came downstairs and told Armani I was about to get an Uber. While I was in my room, I went on U-Haul. I got me a 10-foot bin. I ordered 2 movers. I got boxes. I got tape. I got everything I needed. And then I showed back up to the house, and luckily she didn't fucking snitch on me. He was shocked when I come to the door and it's me with 2 random dudes in a moving truck. And then he's immediately went into his fucking mode of fakeness. He put on fake ass, old ass R&B breakup songs, went live while those movers were there, and tried to act like this was a storyline. He tried to make everybody think that this was just fake. Because he kept acting like, yo, yeah, Chanel leaving me, y'all. And he kept trying to come in my room while I'm trying to pack everything and say, you don't really want to leave. No, don't do this. You don't want to leave or whatever. And I'm like, yo, this ain't a fucking joke. Get off live. Why are you live right now? Shut the fuck up, ID number. If I'm not talking fast enough for you, then you can bounce. So he ended up telling them to leave. He told them we were done here. And I wasn't done. I called Kyra. Kyra, I had never met in real life. She lived in Vegas. She came over there and helped me finish packing the rest of my stuff. I didn't even have enough room in the 10-foot van to put all my boxes and stuff. Kyra came over there with her taser, bro. Kyra wasn't playing. Big up Kyra. And
shout out Kyra. Yes.
Yeah. I put the rest of my stuff in Kyra's car. And Kyra took me to the hotel where my homeboys are staying. And me and Kyra had a good old time. We went live with them. I spent the night over there. The only thing was I was trying to find an Airbnb, but by the time we got done packing all my stuff, you couldn't book for that night. It was only available for the next day. And I was trying to find something that could take my cat because, Bobby was there, my cat. So Armani came in my room. She's like, TK said you could leave Bobby here if you needed to overnight. You can come and pick him up in the morning. I was like, I guess, like, I can't bring him to the fucking hotel. So I went with Kyra. The next morning, I went back to their house, and I was waiting for my friend to respond to me because I had already reserved a storage unit to take my stuff to while I was trying to find an apartment, right? He wasn't responding, so I'm sitting in my empty ass room on the bed, like waiting on my boy to hit me back. And then I went downstairs and I was trying to ask for my money back because I had already contributed like $9,000 at this point. It's 10 days in. I moved there 10 days prior, and they talking to me. He's like, I'm not giving you nothing because you're the one who's just giving up on us. Like, I'm sorry, I'll never do anything like that to you again. Like, please, we're supposed to be making this work. What happened to building? So I ended up changing my mind and being like, yeah. And I'm really thinking I want my money to make sense. Like, if I already done invested this much, okay, maybe I should give it another shot. Let's see. I want for this to work out, right? Trying to be optimistic. I never should have fucking stayed. So that was like March 28th. I moved in on March 18th or 19th, one of them days. So it was like still March. For April, he asked me what I wanted for my birthday, April 23rd. I said, for my birthday, I don't need anything from you. I just want to be able to pay my own bills for my birthday. Can I keep my money for the month of my birthday so I can pay my credit cards down since you're not doing it? because it was a big behind the scenes argument every fucking day. I'm asking what about the credit card bills? He's telling me I don't want to hear shit else about the fucking credit card bills. Do not bring the credit cards up. I have a plan, baby. You gotta trust me. That's not important right now. Okay, so he agreed. He was really reluctant, but he agreed. That's the reason why I was okay when I decided to leave, y'all. That is why I was okay, because I paid my shit down during that month. I paid my shit down. So I had money. I had money to go get furniture and shit. I leveled up like that because I have available credit, like a lot of it. So it was cool. But on on April 23rd, that's when we went out to Red Lobster for my birthday and got all dressed up in our Fashion Nova outfit like it was supposed to be some fucking fancy ass outing. And I got so pissed off when he wouldn't taste that bacon wrapped scallop. And I'm looking at him like, this cannot be the nigga I chose. Y'all have no idea, man. Every single day that passed, I looked at him with more and more disgust. Like, you are not daddy-ish. I thought you was daddy. You're clearly not fucking daddy. You are a clown. I am ashamed. I never should have got with you. You get on my fucking nerves. Like, I was so annoyed, and I can't fake it. So when I got so mad about that scallop shit, he dropped me and Armani off at the hotel and pulled off like he punishing us that he not coming upstairs. He thought he was gonna ruin my birthday. And when we got upstairs, Armani's like, you can't act like that while we're on live because it makes us all look bad. I said, I'm sorry, I can't be fake and phony like you. And that really hurt her feelings. She said, I really hurt her feelings when I said that. I'm not sorry. That's true. You are fake and phony. You put on a fucking face. You act like everything's okay. And it's not. I cannot do that. I will not do that. So she said she was calling an Uber and she was leaving too. I'm like, bye. Bye. And I invited my friends to that hotel suite and we went live all night long singing karaoke songs, had a grand old time. And they left and I slept in that big ass bed by myself. I wake up, oh, I'm gonna go to the pool. I was happy as fuck. I didn't give a fuck. They thought I was gonna have my night ruined. And then he said, oh, don't leave the room. Me and Armani coming over there. We gotta talk. And it took forever to get there. And when they did, they gave me that dumbass ultimatum that I needed to apologize for calling them childish and basic or whatever. Hey, honey, I'm glad you could make it, baby.